Emergency provisions. Emergency provisions under Article 352 to 360 in Part 18. National emergency. Under Article 352, President can declare when the security of India or a part of it is threatened by war or external aggression or armed rebellion. Internal emergency. Okay. War or external aggression is external emergency. Armed rebellion is internal emergency. 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act enabled the president to limit the emergency to a specified area of India. Okay, it can be implemented in the whole territory of India or it can be implemented in just a specified area. The president can proclaim a national emergency only after receiving a written recommendation from cabinet by constitutional 44th Constitutional Amendment Act 1978. Means he cannot proclaim emergency by himself. The 38th Constitutional Amendment Act 1975 made national emergency immune from judicial review, but by 44th Constitutional Amendment Act 1978, this provision was deleted. In Minerva Mills case 1980, the Supreme Court said that proclamation of national emergency can be challenged in the court. A proclamation must be approved by both the houses of parliament within 1 month from the date of its issues. From the date of its issues. When approved by both the houses, the proclamation continues for 6 months and can be extended to an indefinite period with an approval from special majority by both the houses of parliament of every 6 months, added by 44th Constitutional Amendment Act 1978. The revocation of proclamation can be done by the president by a subsequent proclamation. Such doesn't require the parliamentary approval. Further, the president must revoke the proclamation if Lok Sabha passes a resolution disapproving its continuation. Okay. Effects of national emergency. Executive effects are during national emergency the center becomes entitled to give executive directions to a state on any matter. The state government are under full control of center. Thus, they are not, though they are not suspended, but they are under full control of central government. Second, legislature. During national emergency, Parliament become empowered to make laws on any matter of state list, although the legislative powers of a state is not suspended. The laws made by center during national emergency become inoperative after 6 months after the emergency has ceased to operate. Third, okay, financial effects. Financial effects during national emergency, the president can modify the distribution of revenue between center and state. This continues till the end of financial year in which national emergency ceased to operate. Okay, every such order of the president has to be laid before both the houses of the parliament. Effect on Lok Sabha and State Assembly. During national emergency, the life of Lok Sabha may be extended beyond its normal term by a law of parliament for 1 year at a time. Similarly, the parliament can also extend the normal tenure of a state legislature assembly by 1 year at a time. Effects on fundamental right. Article 358 and 359 describes the effect of national emergency on fundamental right. Article 358 provides the suspension of fundamental right guaranteed by the Article 19, while Article 359 deals with the suspension of fundamental right except Article 21 and 20 and 21. Okay. 44th Constitutional Amendment Act says that the fundamental rights under Article 19 can be suspended only when the national emergency is declared on the grounds of external aggression or war and not on the basis of armed rebellion. Those laws which are related with emergency are immune from judicial review but not the other laws passed during the emergency. Three times implemented. National emergency is implemented three times in 1962, 1971, and 1975. Now let's talk about presidential rule, which comes under Article 356. This empowers president to issue a proclamation if he is satisfied that a situation has arisen in which the government of a state cannot be carried on in accordance of constitution. The president can act with or without governor's report. Article 365 says whenever a state fails to comply with or to give effect to any directions from the center, it will be lawful for the president to hold the situation in which state cannot perform in accordance with the constitution. Article 355 imposes a duty on center to ensure that government in state is carried on in accordance with the provisions of the constitution. The president rule must be approved by both the houses of parliament within 2 months from the date of its issues. If approved by both the houses, the president rule continues for 6 months. It can be extended for maximum period of 3 years with the approval of parliament every 6 months. In every 6 months, state legislature is either suspended or dissolved. While president rule, the executive and legislative powers are assumed by the center. 44th Constitutional Amendment Act 1978 has put president rule under judicial review. Bommai case 1994 Supreme Court said president rule is a subject to judicial review. Now let's see the financial emergency, which comes under Article 360. Uh, Financial emergency must be approved by both the houses within 2 months of the issuing date. Once approved, this emergency can continue till it is revoked. No maximum time is prescribed. Okay, it is repealed. Repeated parliamentary approval is not required in financial emergency. Okay, so this is all about emergencies: national emergency, state emergency, and financial emergency.